Well, as we said, today is Martin Luther King Day, and there are a number of events in and around the community to honor the civil rights leader. With me this morning is Dr. Nathaniel Williams. He is the keynote speaker at St. John Fisher's celebration that's happening today. He joins us in studio to talk about his lecture today and his message. For those of you who don't know who Dr. Williams is, he's known as Dr. Nat to his fans. He's the author of 7 books, a host of his own weekly talk show, Father of 7, and has a really inspirational message, and he's going to share part of it with us today. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Norma. Thanks for having me. Sure.
So you are going to be speaking today at a community event, and in Rochester we have many of these, and they're all so poignant. What's the message that you intend to share with the audience today?
Well, the college chose to concentrate their message about conquering self-centeredness, which is really the ability to think outside of yourself and be concerned with other people. And Martin Luther King gave a speech on that topic in August of 1957. So we're going to go back to that message and take some of the information that's there and try to transfer it to today and see what it's informing us about what's going on in our world today and how we have to do things differently.
You know, that topic is such a good one, and I love it because, you know, we hear a lot about, you know, that this is a very self-absorbed generation. We're on Facebook, we're tweeting about ourselves, we're talking about ourselves. But then you see, you know, Cory Booker in New Jersey, the mayor there of Newark, and, you know, he's shoveling people out during the snowstorm. We've seen acts of selflessness in Arizona during the shootings. Would Dr. King be proud of who we are today?
I think he would still be challenging us to say we have further to go and that we have to be more connected with people. I think that when you look at an incident like Tucson, you recognize that some people have been left behind and that sometimes when people are having challenges, people don't know what to do with them. And I think his call to action would be leave no one behind. Check in with people. If they need some help, connect them with that. And they may be resistant to that, but that's not a reason to stop caring, because we now care on the other side of the incident, and we have to say to ourselves, how much do we care on the other side before it got started? So there's some challenges that I think he would pose to us, but he would say that we're making progress, but we still have room to go.
And the good thing is, though, we're seeing, as you said, that we're making progress. You know, the letting go of yourself, right? You know, we've been hearing about some lawmakers who will sit together on either side of the aisle. They're going to, instead of, you know, Republicans and Democrats, are going to sit together during the State of the Union address. That's a very powerful and important, some people say, well, it's just for show, but that's a powerful lesson for our young people, isn't it?
Sure. In my work with companies, they love to talk about divisions. And one of the problems with that is when you develop a division, guess what? You develop division. And I think we have to really work hard to not divide ourselves, because there's not very much that's accomplished when we're on one side versus the other. So I think there's a major part of people, there's a lot we have more in common with each other than uncommon, but we take that few percentage points and then make that our entire life and our entire existence, and then develop our identity based on that. And we have to really work hard not to do that. It's that 98% that we do agree on that we need to be able to converse and talk about, and not let that 2% be the thing that divides us.
But there's a lot of people that hold on to those divisions. It's in our nature, isn't it, to kind of divide into camps?
It gives us that identity, and we don't feel that there's identity in a group. We feel this identity by ourselves, and there's a consequence to that, because again, as I said earlier, people are left behind when you have that as your motto, is that, you know, it's about me rather than about us.
When you have people call into your talk show, what sorts of things do they tell you in terms of, you know, the self-esteem? Because there's a lot of self-esteem that goes behind that, needing to feel you're a part of something.
There's a major challenge, and the reality is I'm a very big proponent of fellowship and networking and having a sense of tenacity. We can't do it by ourselves. I think we look at all the laws of nature. It keeps saying there's 1 + 1. It doesn't say that there's just one. So just to remind ourselves, and one of the messages that we're going to talk about today is one of Dr. King's messages, is that we come to this built on someone else's shoulder, and that we're not standing by ourselves. Someone else came before us and made this pathway, and he recognized even for himself that his father came before him. As we know, he's named Junior because there was a senior. So it's so important for us to humble ourselves, to recognize we need other people, and we're coming because someone else came before us.
No man is an island.
Very true.
Right?
Very true.
Dr. Williams, thank you so much for your message. And again, that message to be shared today at 11:30 at St. John Fisher College. It is open to the public, so if you at home are watching and you want to hear what Dr. Williams has to say, please come on down, St. John Fisher College. He'll be the keynote address today. We thank you for your time.
Thanks again,
We appreciate it, and best of success to you in the future.
Thank you so much.
I love the message.